Gentlemen, how's it going? I hope this video finds you well. I'm going to quickly go over the Teambuildr app and how to go about using it to help guide your training this off season for everything gym and weight room related. So first and foremost, go ahead and log in with your credentials. If you forgot or don't recall, send me a message and I'll make sure to reset your password. Everyone's password is going to be the same. It's Crew 2022. And as soon as you log in, you're going to be welcomed with this dashboard screen here. You'll be able to see whether or not you have a lift today. You can toggle through the week as so to see what other days you have a lift. And if you want more of a monthly view, simply scroll down and you have this view right here. If you scroll all the way to the top and tap on the upper left-hand side of your screen, you'll see more of a bird's eye view of what the app has to offer. Dashboard is the screen where we're just on. Journal is where you'll go to journal anything you want to journal yourself, or to upload a video or send me a video of your technique on a specific exercise, which you can also access as you go through your workout, which I'll show you a little later. You have your maxes and PRs, which is where you'll be able to track your progress over time. Your documents and links section is where we'll drop any relevant information. In this case, for example, Kyla has dropped this nutritional guideline that you can access for your convenience. We have wearables. Workout calendar is just an overview, again, more of a monthly view of what days what your gym session is for the day, if you have one. And if you tap on the upper right-hand side of your screen, more of a calendar view or a monthly view of what you have for that month. If we go back to dashboard, we have a couple settings in the bottom here. Feed is where you can post anything and your teammates will be able to see all this and access all this. So you can post a video, you can post a comment or anything you'd like your teammates to see. You have a PR section where you'll be able to toggle as your teammates go on into the off season and complete certain lifts or certain PRs. They will be highlighted here, so you could go if you're curious to see what your teammates are doing. The leaderboard section, you can filter by exercise, so you can see the leaderboard of how much everyone's lifting, who's in the lead, etc. So for example, let's say I hit trap bar. You can see who's been lifting what this off season. The conversation section here is where you can drop me a message. I prefer that you call or text me for a more prompt response. The profile section is more of a summary of what you've done so far. So a summary of your reps, your sets completed, etc. And you can toggle or filter that by 7 days or 30 days. This middle dumbbell in the bottom here will take you back to that calendar view and showcase any workouts for that day. If we go back to the dashboard, I'll walk you through a sample workout. So I will drop a prep or an activation routine on every Sunday. So in this example, the 6th, if I tap on the 6th, everything that's prep or activation related will be highlighted in blue. This will essentially kind of get you ready for what you're about to do. If I go back to a sample day, so let's go to today. You also have a warm-up. This warm-up is a specific warm-up for what you're about to perform. You also have, in this example, have 2 blocks, block A and block B. And as you know, I always want you to complete block A before moving on to block B. And I would like that to be in a circuit fashion. So in this case, I would like you to start with the back squat, followed by the pull-up, finally the side plank for your first set. You'll cycle back to the back squat for your second set, pull-up, side plank, again for your third set, back squat, pull-up, side plank, and so forth. Every single exercise is going to have a video, so you know exactly what it is, how to execute it, and what to expect from that specific exercise. If we go back to the screen here, I have a few notes to help guide you further. I'll point your attention to the top right-hand side of the screen on the tempos. The tempo is the rhythm that I want you to follow for that specific exercise and how I want you to execute that specific exercise. It will comprise of either 4 letters or numbers. In this case, we have C3X0, and that's each phase of the exercise or the movement. C stands for controlled. The number is the amount of time I want you to spend in that specific phase. X is explode. And then 0, of course, is just the number, the amount of time I want you to spend. So in the example of the squat, I want you to come down in a controlled manner, pause in the bottom for 3 seconds, explode on the way up, and then you continue. Controlled, 3, explode, controlled, 3, explode. You'll notice that I have suggested weight there in light gray. It doesn't mean you have to follow that. It's a guidance to help you select your weight or where to start. So in this case, I have 135. For your first set, let's say you went on and you did all the suggested weights, you were feeling good. When you got to the third set at 205 and you just wanted to get after it and do a little more in the fourth set, perfectly fine. You could do whatever that is. And you'll notice the red bar across means you haven't yet submitted the entire or completed this exercise. Once you fill out all the sets and the reps, you hit done and you'll notice that will turn green. And if I go back, I'll color that exercise green and that will notify me that you completed that, and I'll then be able to come back in here and see how much weight you lifted and progress you accordingly. I will also include notes if I feel they're relevant to that exercise. So in this case, I have a note reading set 1, warm-up set. So I want that first set to be a warm-up set. That's why I started you off with 135. If you need to warm up with lighter weight or heavier weight, again, choose your poison, whatever feels comfortable for you. And you'll notice the other note I dropped here reads set number 4, no tempo. So you would go on with the C3X0 tempo, except for the last one. The last one, you simply complete 10 reps and move on. So pay attention to the note section. I'll drop relevant info specific to that exercise. Another way that I'll showcase or prescribe sets and reps is shown in the example of the pull-up. Since we're not moving any external load and we're only moving our body weight, for weight, you'll simply put 0. And AMAP stands for as many as possible. So here I want you to do as many pull-ups as you can. Let's say that was 10. Simply put it in, move on. Second set, same thing. You're not moving any external load. Let's say you completed 9. And then on the last set, let's say you throw on a 20-pound vest. Simply put 20. And let's say you completed 5. Hit done. That bar will turn green again. Notify me that you did it. I'll be able to come into the app and progress you based on the information you're inputting. I will also have exercises such as core movements or core exercises where I'll simply just give you the sets and the reps, or in this case, the amount of time that I want you to hold that movement for. You'll hit complete. Again, that will turn green and move on. Now, the way I'm going to help guide you to select the appropriate weight for that exercise and those sets and reps is with reps in reserve, which is what RIR stands for in this note section here. So reps in reserve is the number of reps that I would like for you to be able to perform after the prescribed reps that I have here. So in this case, I have 3 sets of 10. So I would like for you to choose a weight that you can max out at 13 reps, but I want you to stop at 10. So once you're done with 10 reps, I want you to ask yourself, how many more could I have done? And if the answer is 3, then perfect. You selected the appropriate weight for the sets and reps that I have prescribed. If you ask yourself that question and the answer is 8 or 10, then that weight is too light and you need to choose a heavier load on the next set. Now, I'll also have an example as shown in the chest supported row for sets and reps that are dropping. For example, in the first set, I want you to do 10 reps, second 8, third 3, and the last one I want you to max out. If I'm asking you to do 10 reps, that should be a lighter weight versus doing 3 reps, which should be a much heavier weight. So on the first one, let's say I'm able to do 10 reps at 20 pounds. The second one, 8 reps at 25. And then 3 reps should be a lot heavier. So I'm maxing out again at 6 reps, but I'm stopping at 3. because I have that note reading RIR3. So for every single set, I should be able to complete 3 more than what I prescribed, but you stop at that number. 13 on set number 1, but you stop at 10. 11 on set number 2, but you stop at 8. 6 on set number 3, but you stop at 3, and so forth. And the last one, you go as many as you can with whatever weight you selected last. Let's say that was 45. And then you max out whatever that is. Let's say you were only able to complete 4. I will turn green, and then that will notify me, and I'll progress you accordingly. You also have the option to upload media within that exercise. So if you would like for me to look at your technique, or if you're not sure if you're executing it correctly, you could simply click on the media icon in the upper right-hand corner and either take or upload a video or photo. This journal option is the one that I was talking about earlier, where you have the ability to write me a note here, and additionally, you can also upload or take a photo from within the journal section. Last but not least, you have the opt-out option if you need to opt out of it for whatever reason. Let's say, for example, I was substituting the exercise because of lack of equipment. I would simply sit done, substitute this core exercise with a different core exercise, and I can see a little preview here to see what that exercise is. Perfect. I can see it's a core movement, so I'm going to substitute core for core, select that, and then you can leave a note if you so wish to do so, and then click confirm. You'll then go through the weights, add in whatever external load you're moving, and then that would save. That would notify me when I click on here that you opted out of that exercise, in this case, due to a lack of equipment. And that's all, gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen in. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. My phone's always on. I will try to make myself available as possible to answer any questions or doubts you may have. So without further ado, enjoy your workouts, and I hope you're enjoying your off season. I will see you guys very soon.